Welcome to the Late Show with Demi. That's me. Tonight we're talking to former President Andrew Jackson. Nice to meet you, Mr. Jackson.
Nice to meet you too.
Is there anything I can call you other than Mr. Jackson or Andrew?
Well, you know, one of my former nicknames was Jackass, but I would rather you not call me that for publicity.
Right. That's a good reason. And I believe that was from the Democratic Party, right? That's where they got that name from? Okay. So we're just going to ask you a couple of questions, okay, regarding your presidency and before your presidency. Okay. Why did you want the Indians out of Georgia so bad?
They aren't civilized. Some of the young men are acquiring habits of drinking, and their literacy levels are significantly lower than those of American settlers.
I see. Okay. You believe very strongly on that.
I do.
Okay. Next question. Did you know that the Cherokee tribe leader was 7/8 white and lived as lush as you did, a white settler yourself?
That is one amount of knowledge I hadn't acquired in my age, but I did meet John Ross, and he seemed just as savage as the rest.
Okay. Where did you get the assumption that Indians are savages, as you said in your last answer?
I was raised in the 1770s. The society I grew up in influenced me to believe, as I still do strongly, that we, as white settlers, deserve the beautiful lands of Georgia.
Right. Did you know that the lands of Georgia were very rich for cotton growing? I'm sure that's probably a reason why you wanted them so bad, right? Right, because you grew cotton yourself. Okay. You said that your society influenced you to believe that Indians are savages. How so?
My parents and grandparents often told me and my siblings stories of Indians, their brutal attacks, which in essence proves their savageness.
Thank you. Okay. You said earlier that the literacy levels of Indians are significantly lower than white settlers. Did you know that the Indians had a 3-branch government system, a schooling method, and a newspaper, which is something that you, as white settlers, hadn't yet accomplished?
I'll admit, the Indians have dipped their toes a bit in the American ways.
Okay. You were saved from an attacker at the Battle of Horseshoe Bend by an unmentioned Indian. Did that change your perspective at all on the tribes?
I wouldn't say that I was saved.
Is that all you have to say on the matter?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for your input. It is commonly said that you sent groups of white settlers to the Indian lands. These squatters, as they were called, raided houses and stole cattle and livestock. How do you feel about that, and is it true?
My lawyer told me not to say anything that might make me look bad.
All right. That is all you have to say on that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So obviously that means if you said anything else, you would look bad.
Yeah.
I don't think you're supposed to say that.
Oh.
Okay. You instigated the Trail of Tears, but had your colleague Martin Van Buren carried it out. Do you know how many Indians were killed during this event?
I'd say a couple hundred, mostly from disease.
Disease that you think that the Cherokee and the other Indians spread between themselves, not something that you caused at all.
Most likely.
Most likely, okay. Did you know that it was actually 4,000 of 8,000 Indians killed? So that would be half of their population, almost, of the ones that were forced through the Trail of Tears. And most of them died from starvation, or they were pushed to the limits of exhaustion because you, under your plan, Martin Van Buren, marched them 1,200 miles.
I did not know that.
Well, now you do.
Yes, I do.
It was nice speaking to you.
It's nice speaking to you too.
Thank you very much for your input.
Thank you for having me.
And good night.
Thank you. You weren't expecting to get it, were you? Did you? It's not very professional, lady. I can see your underwear. No. Okay.
Mr. Jackson?
Hello?
Can I
my...
I have to start that over again. We should just start this whole thing over.
Yeah, probably.